Yes, sir. Let's go, baby. We have officially sold out of our second drop of Oritize, officially making us have sold over 175 units, baby. Let's go. There's days I prayed for 1 unit. There's days before the start of this whole journey when it was just a vision in my imagination, and it turned from a vision in my imagination to actually having a full-blown product and business that is selling, that is generating revenue, real customers, real believers, real support, real orders. Man, I just sold out of my second drop. Mind you, I started this business in August 9th was my first official launch dates. Today is now December 1st. So in a matter of about less than 4 months, I've sold over 175 units, sold out of 2 drops. And this is just the beginning. This is just the start. The vision is growing. I'm going to be building this entire thing. I'm building this entire world with you all. I'm bringing you all with the journey with me. You guys are witnessing the beginning of how you build a brand, the beginning of growth, the beginning trajectory. All that while I'm doing other things in my life. All that while I'm trying to build my career. All that while I'm trying to figure this whole thing out in a brand new city. I just moved to LA about 2 years ago. I just moved to LA about 2 years ago to become something of myself. If you guys didn't know, I used to live in Orlando, Florida. Originally from Miami, Florida. Went to school in Orlando, Florida. Stayed in Orlando, Florida for a few years. Let me take a step back. In college, I was that dude. I'm being straight. I went to the University of Central Florida. Ask about me. I was that dude at UCF. I was homecoming king, fraternity, involved on campus, president of my frat, of the Noops, KA side to the day I die, baby. President of the frat, homecoming king, popular, party promoter. I was that guy at UCF in a lot of ways, right? And when I was at UCF, I stayed there after graduation for about 5 years after graduation. I stayed at UCF, and during that time, post-graduation, I got a job at a digital marketing agency where I learned e-commerce. I learned how to do meta ads. I learned about email marketing, SMS marketing, business strategy as a whole, which contributes to a huge part of my success today. I want to give a huge shout out to my mentors, Camilo, Mike, Colin, and Caroline. Learned so much from y'all. They probably would never see this, but I want to give a huge shout out to my mentors at the time. I learned so much working at agency post-graduation. I left that agency because it was a startup agency, and I felt like I needed to get paid more. I needed to make more of myself than stay at that agency. And I left and I did my own thing, started my own small business agency, digital marketing agency. Then I did a bunch of other things. Anyway, long story short is I was complacent. I felt like I was living in a world, in a land of deja vu when I was living in Orlando. It got to a point where I was in a 6-year relationship at the time with my ex-girlfriend, who was an amazing person, by the way. I was complacent in my relationship. I was complacent in my life. I was out of shape. A lot of it was I was waking up doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And I said, this can't be my life. There's more greatness to me than living in a repeated loop of deja vu in Orlando, freaking Florida. I wanted to move to LA. I packed my bags. I came to LA. I spent the first year working sets, doing background jobs, doing acting gigs, doing modeling gigs, doing podcasts, doing all types of shit creatively to figure myself out, to learn me, to learn the city, to learn my niche. Long story forward, year 2, I had this amazing idea of starting this brand. I did that, and with the help of the resources, the people, the things I've learned through sets and all types of shit has allowed me to be here today and sell out my second drop, and I'm so grateful. I want to give all glory to God. Now, I know I said a whole bunch of shit just now, But anyway, the point of this video today, hopefully that's some inspiration for you guys and also an insight to learning a little bit more about me, my background, how I started, and what got me up until this point. But 3 orders today. Today is Cyber Monday, December 1st. 3 orders that we have to pack out and ship to these customers. This means a lot to me because I know it went from 0 to 3 in a day. And I know it's going to go from 3 to 30, from 30 to 300. It steps, right? So I'm so grateful that every order that comes in, I never take it for granted because it's one step closer to the dream. It's one other person added to the family, somebody else believing in the vision. But what makes me most excited and most happy about the orders is that I know that God is using me and he gave me this amazing vision that is impacting the world in a positive, in a way that I'm leaving my footprint, my blueprint, and I'm impacting humanity. I genuinely feel like when people receive my products, they wear my ties out. It makes a big difference. I wore the tie to this art event that my boy invited me for Live Nation. I want to say the other night. I wore the gold tie to the event, and I kid you not, wearing the gold tie to the event, I got so many looks, so many compliments, a few phone numbers. You feel me? I was the star of the show just by having the gold tie on and just being mad, cool, soft. Well, not soft, but a cool demeanor. Had the gold tie on. So many people stopped and said, "Hey, I love your tie." Long conversation with OGs telling me they see the vision, they want to be a part of it. I kid you not. A bunch of women stopping me saying, "Hey, I love your tie." And just opening the door and being able to do icebreakers with a bunch of people in a random event. It was a great icebreaker for me. Cause I get social anxiety sometimes. So wearing the tie allowed me to break the ice a little bit more when people say, "Hey, your tie is dope." Oh, this is actually my brand. Boom, boom, boom. Social network opportunity. So the tie does that. If you don't got a tie, I highly suggest you go consider getting one. Anyway, why am I dressed like this? I know I'm just rambling, but why am I dressed like this? I'm dressed like this because, like I said earlier, I am also an actor. Yes, I'm an actor. I've been in commercials with the NFL. I've been in music videos. I've been in short films. I've done all types of things. So I'm currently on a 5-day film shoot for this film that is happening where I am playing a security guard, more like a secret agent to this multi-billionaire dude. And I'm his top secret agent / security through the shoot. I'm booked for 5 days on the shoot. So as soon as I got home today, I just ran over here. This is my fit. It's still on. And I'm going to pack these orders and get them out to the customers as soon as possible because I believe in speed. I believe in customer service. I believe in delivering the highest quality and the best product to the customer as possible. So, man, I just had a whole bunch of stuff and let's go ahead and pack some of these orders and then we'll get on to a little bit more business strategy and things that helped me with this drop, things that helped me sell out 170 plus units that you could implement into your business today and things I'm thinking about for the business and where I want to go in 2026, which is in about 29 days or so. So we have the 3 order tie boxes right here, as you guys can see. Look at that. Insane. I'm just going to hold this for you guys to really get a glimpse of what is going on here. So we got 3 silver tie orders. We sold out of our gold already. We sold out of our blacks. And now we're selling out of the silver officially. So the plan now is, you guys watched the last video, I took some of that budget and I brought hats, sweaters, jackets. So the plan now is, now that I officially sold out of these units and these styles and designs, is to reintroduce these same styles and designs for 2026 because I know that it's a winner, it's proven, it sells, right? But also now bring new styles and new designs for existing customers who are proven to like the product already, and just to test new styles and designs as well in the market and see how they sell. Obviously, start with low quantities, then scale up. I'm thinking about doing like a wine red type of design. I think that would look really good on a tie. Also thinking about doing a bronze type of design and colorway. I think that would look really good on a tie. And that's kind of my thought process. So working on new designs and new colorways for designs, and just really scaling up vertically and not so much horizontally. Horizontally means scaling through multiple items and products and things. I think keeping the same item and scaling up with different colorways and different designs might be a more profitable, a quicker and more profitable path to get to where I want to get to in this business, which obviously I want to get to 10K months and then 100K months and then $1 million months, which will happen because God is guiding us and God gave me the vision to do this. And it's just the steps need to happen to get to where I want to get to. So with that being said, let's go ahead and package. Let me bring this closer. This is my mic. Let's go ahead and package these orders, which y'all probably know the whole routine for me packaging orders at this point. Gonna put I'm tripping. Too excited. First things first is we put the note card in the order, and we put the cleaning cloth in the order because we got to keep the tie shiny. And we have a special message welcoming each customer to the family. This is so important, y'all. This is so important, especially if you're a new brand. It's so important that my customers feel welcome, that this is not just a product they're buying from me. This is a family that they're joining. This is a family that you guys are joining. That's literally the first line I say here is welcome to the Louidor family. If you guys don't know, this brand is my last name. So anybody who wears the name, anybody who purchases from the brand, I'm welcoming them to my family, literally. So I take this so serious and I'm so passionate about this because I am representing my entire bloodline with this. And I'm extending my hospitality to the world. And that's how I'm treating this product and this brand. Anyway, boom, boom. We have that right there. We're going to go ahead and wrap it around so it doesn't get damaged in mid-transportation. All right. We're going to seal this up. And then we're going to take our packaging slip and we're going to go ahead and slap that right on. Boom. We're going to slap on this fragile sticker because this is precious cargo. And I want whoever is dealing with this and handling this to make sure they treat it as such. The ties are beautiful, luxurious goods and items that can't just be thrown around the place. I need these things to get to my customers in one piece. Boom. Final sign of approval. One down, two more to go. But before I get to the other two, which I'm probably going to do off camera, I don't want to lose my train of thoughts here, is that first thing is first, y'all, is how to actually get sales, how to actually grow a business, how to actually grow a brand to where you're able to sell out of 175 plus units. Being an entrepreneur and understanding business takes time. It takes years, unless obviously you hit a viral post and it just blows up. But even still, it's not sustainable if you're not actually in love with this process. This right here that I'm doing on camera is the beauty part. It's the fun part. This is the easy part, right? It's packaging a few orders and sending to the post. This is the easy part. The real work happens when the camera is off. The real work happens when the camera is off, not what you're watching on YouTube, not what you're seeing on Instagram. It's when you're alone in your thoughts, in your vision, and what God has given you, and now bringing that to life properly and with structure. Before I started this business, I had the idea in March. I didn't launch into August 9th. That is 5 months. It took me 5 months of preparation before I even launched the business. And even on launch day, I only got like 2 orders. Even on launch, I only got like 2 orders. But I prepared for 5 months because there's no rush. Why are you rushing to drop if you have no business experience? Spend time learning how to build a credible Shopify site. I worked at a digital marketing agency, so I had experience doing this already. If you don't have experience doing it, spend hours on YouTube learning how to increase conversion rates, how to have a good website, how to make a product page. You want to spend hours making your website and make sure it looks good. Do you have your email on there? Can customers contact you? Do you have FAQs? Do you have shipping details? Do you have product details? Do you have high quality product photos? That matters. What is the aesthetic? What is the vibe? What is the theme? Who's the customer? Who's the customer avatar? Right? Who's your customer avatar? Who are you selling to? What is the aesthetic of the brand? Right? Where are you going to do your shoots? How are you going to do your shoots? All this is stuff that you have to gather. Use AI to help you. We live in the greatest generation of all time. If I didn't have AI, it probably would have taken me like 7 months, 8 months. But because I have AI, it took me only about 5 months to launch from the thought first coming to my brain to actually executing launch day. It took me about 5 months because I use AI every day in the process of helping me discover this thing and bring this vision to life. Then you have to find manufacturers. You have to test samples. You got to get shoots done with the samples. You got to get product shots. You got to get model shots. You got to get aesthetic shots. You got to get lifestyle shots. You got to upload them to the website. Then, I'm giving y'all the blueprint right here. So you want a strong website with strong visuals. If you're not a photographer and you can't take pictures, hire one. Luckily, I've been doing photography for about 2 years, so I do all my photo shoots. And even still, I know later down the line when the business and the brand gets more revenue and more profits, I'm going to hire somebody who is better than me because I want to reinvest in the brand in that way. Anyway, high quality photos, high quality website. You're going to want to begin to build your social media presence as well. Then you're going to want to have a solid email infrastructure. You need an email infrastructure. Go on YouTube and type in email flows for e-commerce. You want a welcome flow. You're going to want a customer win back flow. You're going to want a cart abandonment flow. These are things you need to help run your business like a real business on autopilot. These are things you have to fall in love with. You can't just want to drop and not have a full funnel in place. So you're going to want to email. You need an email infrastructure in place. Then you need an SMS structure in place. SMS is text message system in place as well. So you have emails firing, you have text messages firing, you have a solid website. Do you have a pixel set up? You need an Instagram pixel. You need a Facebook pixel. You need a Meta pixel and a TikTok pixel. Both set up. Do you have your Meta ad account set up? Do you have your TikTok ad account set up? Do you have your Google Analytics account set up? These are things you need. Google, Meta, TikTok. You need pixels for all three. You need all those things set up. I'm just leave it like that. All those things set up fully. If you don't know what a pixel is, go look it up. It's probably one of the most important things you're going to need for your website. This is the infrastructure I had to build before I even thought about launching the back end stuff, right? Next thing you're going to want to need, you're going to want to build up your email list, build up your SMS, all the bullshit generic advice you already heard if you're serious about this business or if you're serious about growing anything. And the biggest thing I cannot stress enough is learning the power of advertisement, learning the power of paid media. Obviously, influencers are great. Organic is great. Influencer marketing is great. All those are great, but I don't want to bullshit you. If you have a good product, I talked about in other videos about how to know if a product is good. If you have a good product and you know how to do ads, you will make money. You will make money. Right now, I'm spending about just $50 a day on Meta. $50 a day on daily ads, and I'm getting a minimum of about 1 to 3 orders a day. But this is the biggest secret I'm about to give y'all. When you're running your brand and when you're pricing items and so forth and so on, profit margin matters because you have your paid ads that you're doing. If you don't have any organic push or influencers helping you push and you really want to do this thing, you have your paid ads. And don't do paid ads unless you've done at least 10 to 50 hours of research on how to run Facebook ads and you're willing to burn through a few $100 learning. All right, boom. Okay, now that disclaimer is out the way. And I might teach y'all paid ads in another video later down the line. If that's what y'all really want, let me know. But what matters most is when you give money to Meta or TikTok or whatever for paid ads, you are paying to acquire that customer. So it might be costing me $30 to acquire a customer who's going to buy a tie for $80. So I make $50, and then obviously the cost of goods, it goes down. The cost of shipping, it goes down. So I might make a little bit of profit on that customer's first purchase. But this is where it gets funny. It gets interesting. If you give them a great customer experience and they love that product, you have now only spent $30 to acquire a customer who's going to end up spending $500+ with you through their lifetime, $1,000+ with you through their lifetime. So it might not be extremely profitable on the front end, but if you're in love with this and you care about your customers, guess what happens on the back end? They come back, they buy more and more, they tell their friends. Now their friends, you're not paying to acquire their friends. They're referring you, they're posting on their social media, they're tagging you. Now they're getting you more customers, and you only paid $30 to acquire and to get that customer. And now before you know it, that one customer has spent over $1,000 with the brand, and they told their friends about it, and they're tagging you on social media. It's a win-win. So these are things you got to start to think about. These are things and ways you got to start to look at your business if you're serious about this. And that's been one of the biggest helps for me growing my brand and growing this business has been through Meta ads. Organic has helped, of course, obviously. I've given the tie to some influencers. That has helped. People reposting, that has helped. But it's all an ecosystem that is working together. And if you don't have $50 a day to spend, then start smaller, $25 a day, right? As long as you're actively doing the research and you know what you're doing and you put in the time to learn. But start smaller. Start with $10 a day, just retargeting people. But traffic needs to come from multiple sources. That way you have consistent people viewing and seeing and knowing that you exist and that you have something to offer and you have something to sell. So let's recap this. You want to build a solid infrastructural system before you even sell your first product, before you even sell your first item. Is the website working 100%? Yes or no? You're going to watch 100 YouTube videos on building a good website. Is my email system in place? Is my SMS system in place? Do I have a month's worth of content that includes luxury shots, product shots, model shots, and lifestyle shots? Once you have all that checked off, and do I understand my business and my brand front hand and backhand? Do I have the mood board? Do I have my customer avatar? Do I know what makes me unique? Do I know how I want to attack this market? So many things. What's my 1-year plan? You're going to do all that with ChatGPT or whatever AI you're using. Then you are officially ready to set a launch date and launch. So we can get way deeper. I don't want to spend all day just rambling about this, but you guys can see I am very passionate about this. This is my life. This is what brings me the most joy on the inside. It's working on brands. It's building businesses. It's acquiring customers. It's making those customers happy. And one day we will build as I grow and as I learn. Hopefully, not hopefully, because this will happen. This will be, Louidor will be one of the biggest brands on the globe. In all of brands in all of the world, we will be one of the biggest brands to ever exist. I said it here first. Anyway, tie into your power, y'all. Seriously, I don't put that for no reason. This literally says tie into your power. And I said that in one of my first videos, why I put that. Obviously, tie represents the tie itself, right? Because this is a tie. It's representing the tie itself. But when I made this, when I was in the middle of building this brand, I was going through some really hard times financially. I just had gotten surgery done on my finger. There's just a lot going on in my life at the time. And I remember going deep within and tying into that power of God, tying to that power that we speak life into existence, right? And just really going deep. So the tie represents that in so many ways that it's outwards aura to the world, but internally, it's internally, there's a deeper meaning, a deeper message when you put that tie on. And just in general, always tie into your power, because we are all special. We all have purpose. We all have meaning. We are all meant to do something great. We are all meant to make an impact in our own ways on this earth. And if you tie into that power, if you believe in yourself, if you keep sticking around, watching me do it, hopefully I'm able to influence, inspire, or just help you learn something from me today. So from me to you, if you got anything from this video, I just ask that you subscribe and you like. And if you made it this far in the video, yo,